Cool. Okay, so let's start. As I said, we're gonna go through the product catalog. Because I've had some time. This time I've had time to actually prepare my my summary before actually doing the session, which is pretty cool, I think, because then I won't have to spend another 4 hours writing it up. So what I wanted to say is that the product catalog is not something as widely used as we should, maybe. It's not as widely used because it's rather complicated to set up at first. But if we start using it, we can. There's loads of things we can do with it, and it can be rather useful for our companies. So it's worth knowing it and knowing how it works, and also for us, it's in the exam. So again, very good to know. So you can see my screen. My screen is at the product catalog thing, but I'm actually not going to start here. I'm just going to show you a little bit. What's a benefit of product catalogs? So if I go into opportunities here, which is something that we've talked about before, because our sales go through opportunities being one of the key records within sales. I don't know if you can see me anymore. Is my camera still working? Yeah? Okay, cool. So opportunities, these are very important records. We use them all the time to qualify sales, to be able to sell something. So I went ahead and created an opportunity today because we talked about selling flowers before with a lead. So I'm just going to go ahead and continue with that example. Let's imagine we're a florist, or we are an event planner, and we're trying to sell flowers. So I've got this opportunity here. It's got flowers for event in May. It's got a currency, which is my pound sterling. And it's got a contact. I'm just going to sell it to this person. They have a business phone number, an email. Everything's good. If we scroll down a little bit, we see here product line items. Now, these product line items are the thing that we are interested in, because within this section, we've got this revenue field. Now, the revenue field can be system calculated, as I've got it here, or user provided. So when we've got it user provided, that's it. We have to calculate everything. You've got here the estimated close date, estimated revenue, probability, all of that we have to calculate on our own. However, if we use system calculated and we have a price list defined with products, then we don't have to calculate everything. It calculates by itself. We can see it in dashboards. We can report on it to our seniors. So this is why this thing might be very valuable. That's just one of the things. We'll see the others later. Just to give you a view, I'm just going to go to another opportunity, a more completed opportunity that was here in the system. So as you can see, we've got some figures here. So if I just go ahead and open this one up, coffee equipment, this came in with my sample data. You can see here all sorts of information, and this opportunity is actually closed. It is won. This means that we've managed to sell this. We've managed to sell coffee equipment to Fourth Coffee. And if we scroll down, this is user provided. See, so this is user provided. So they've just provided a figure there. That's it. We've got no idea of what we're actually selling from a CRM standpoint. So this is an example of when this thing is user provided. Let's just see if I can find one that's system calculated. Well done me for not checking this before, by the way. Let's try the printed ones. System calculated. There we go. So we've got system calculated. And we can see here the product names. This is what we've sold to this person. If we click on here, we've got something very interesting. It's called suggestions. So if I click on it, it shows me, you know, it's a cross-sell thing. So this product's linked to something else. So I've sold carbon fiber 3D printer. Don't ask me what that is. I've got no idea, but just as an example. And we're just saying that maybe we can also, you know, sell them a scanner if we sold them a printer. And why not check whether they have these accessories on? So maybe we can sell these as well. And if you click on pick, it will add them to my opportunity as well. Not this one, because this one's won, so this one's closed already. I won't be able to, I don't expect to be able to add it here. But if this opportunity were to be open, let's just try reopen opportunity actually. Cool, so now it's open again. So if I go here, click on suggestions, and if I just pick this accessory, pick and add to list. Right, so it should be here. There it is. So this is pretty cool, right? To be able to do that within a company. So this is the main benefit of products and adding them. I can also do inline editing. So if I just say that actually I want two of these, you know, it will change my estimated revenue as well. So did it change? I don't know, because this figure is so big. Let's just put how much is it? Let's just put a discount of yep, 777. So $777. Let's just see if it does anything. So you can see here that already my extended amount is not great. So if I give them this discount, I will be on a loss. I won't be, you know, I won't have a proper margin. And also the estimated revenue has changed. So you can see straight away as a business owner how this is very valuable, because you know, my salespeople, every time they do something, everything changes actually. And if I've got proper dashboards and views, and you know, I could check this and see whether it's worth firing that person possibly. So yeah, that's about it with product catalog. So let's just go ahead and see what it looks like. So you can see the product catalog not in sales, actually. We have to go to settings, and we've got product catalog. So this is our product catalog. It's got families and products, discount lists, price lists, and unique groups. Families and products are where we can add products and do product family. Product family, it's no more than a grouping. A product family tells us, oh, we're selling this group of products, and this group of products have specific properties, and it helps us when we actually add another product in, that it will bring in the properties from the family onto the product. I'll show you in a bit. We've got discount lists. You've seen me discounting a product on the opportunity, but we can also have lists. So you can just add the list of discount and you'll discount everything automatically. It might be a more structured way of doing it. We've got price lists and unit groups. So the way products work, I actually went ahead and did a little bit of research on this, and it's I don't know. They have weird examples with like bowl of waters or pallets or stuff like that. For me, it's a bit harder to understand. So I just want to go back and show you it in flowers. So I've got draw.io here, which is a pretty cool, which is a very cool little tool. It's free on the internet. You can just look for it, and you can create cool diagrams and drawings and stuff like that. It's useful when you want to represent something. That's just as an FYI. For example, it's got various shapes here. Maybe you've worked with Visio before, and I'm just talking nonsense. But anyway, it's got various shapes here as opposed to Visio. If you want to add extra shapes, you just look for it and it looks it up on the internet, and you can just add them here like I've done with my flower here, which I think is pretty cool. Right, so it works kind of like this. So let's just say I've got product. Oh, let's just sit like normal people. Right, so I've got product. And I've just duplicated this, see? Very easy, very nice. I've got price list. And I've also got a price list item. So this is pretty much the structure in CRM. So once I've got my product, which is my little flower here, just think of it as the actual flower. This is a tulip. Yeah, let's just say it's a tulip. This is our product that we're going to sell. The price list, think of it as a list. Let's just say product 1. Product 2, and product 3. Not the best list in the world, but you get the gist. So it's just like a list. It's like going to the supermarket and you've got the item on the shelf, and then you've got the list of items that the supermarket has for a certain price. Now, the way these products get here, maybe flower would have been a better way of putting it, so that everyone understands. I am brilliant. I'm just showing you how easy it is to use this, so not that easy actually. So I'll just say flower 1, flower 2. Right. And I'm just gonna, let's just say product, and flower 1 is X pounds, and flower 2 is Y pounds, for example. So this is like the price list, right? It's literally a list of our products with price. So the way this product gets here on the price list is through the price list item. So these all are price list items. Flower 1 for this price and flower 2 for this price. So you might be wondering, why all the complication? Can't we just do something a little bit easier? Oh, I don't want that. I actually want this to go here. Right. And from here to go here. No, the other way around. I can just change directions, can't I? Can't? There we go. So this is how this gets on the price list item. Now, price lists are important because remember when we were talking about sales territories very briefly, and we said that, for example, IKEA sells different products, for actually the same product for different prices depending on which country you are. So in our case, for example, if we are an international business, because we're very successful, of course, then we would sell tulips very cheap in Holland. and very expensive in Norway, but it's the same flower. So this is why we would use price lists. So very, very useful piece of information, I think. Right. So going back to CRM, if I go to families and products, we can just create a new family. I'm just going to start with the family so that I can show you the property thing that I told you about. So if I can just create a product family. So if I just say flowers and an ID, just to, flowers ID. I can have a parent category, a parent family here, and why not have one? Because I've created one prior to this. So main flowers, for example, it's our parent family. And I can have it valid from, in between periods of time, but our one will remain valid forever. So I'm just gonna save it. Right, so you can see my main flowers thing here that I've already created, and if I look for my flowers family, here it is, my flowers family. If I go here, you can hear I can have a description as well. You can see here that I already have product properties, and I already have product properties because my main flowers parent category, parent family, product family has properties. So this is very much hierarchical. You can have, you can have a parent-child relationship. For example, main flowers would have had, it's got suitable season, and this is something that will go with all of our products. But maybe our flowers, I'll just change the name to make it more suitable. So I will say flowers for spring event, let's just say. So this is a product family. I'm just gonna save this. So this has got a suitable season as well, because it's flowers for spring event. So then the suitable season for us will have a default value. So if I go here, I can just set a default value. Ooh, very interesting. So the other thing is the actual life cycle of a product and of a product family. We're gonna go into it later on, but for now, oh come on, let me edit it. Let's just go here onto the main category. So I can actually go here and pick a default value, and it'll be spring. Save. Right, and now I can go all the way back. Right, for that product family, suitable season, and we've got a default value of spring. Let's just add a new one, a new product property here quickly. My internet has been awful today, of course, because the universe doesn't like me. Right, so let's just say we have color. Some events have a certain color. So for color, I'm just gonna go ahead and add, you've got a property type here. It's got option set, decimal, or a single line of text, and whole number. So for us, it'll be an option set for now. I'm gonna show you how to build another one. So when we choose the property type as an option set, we need to remember to save it first. So why we have to do this is because when we create this as an option set, in the background in its database, it needs to create another little reference table to hold our colors. So it's in a normalized way. That means that it doesn't hold everything under the same table. It holds it into an extra table. So for it to do that, we need to save it. So it does that in the background. Remember when I told you that Dynamic CRM is very much workflow based. So every time we create something, things happen in the background. So this is one of them. So if you go ahead, we can just create option set items, and it'll be what color do we want to, we've got purple, because of course we've got purple. And we've got red, and we've got beige. In a best practice scenario, I would put a description here, but I won't, so just forgive me. And I'm just gonna save this as before. I can just add a default value and just say that all of my events would be beige, for example. And I'll just put beige, but actually maybe do I want to put a default one here? I don't think I want to, actually, because that could confuse our salesperson. So I'll just go back. Never go back when your internet is slow. I'm just gonna close this down. Color, and I'm just gonna edit this. Can I edit this? Yeah. You need to be careful how you click this, because it's got it wants to go to your click here, and I deleted look at my records. Oh, stupid thing. So you need to click it very carefully to be able to delete this default value here. So I'm just gonna leave it as it is because it annoyed me. Right. So we've got the product family, we've got a color and a suitable season. I think that's okay for us. So we can now go ahead. Oh, did I create a product? Or a product family? Let's just go back. So if I go back and settings, product catalog, families and products. I'll just create a product next. So add a product. Right. So I am adding a product. What product do I want? What sort of flower? We want tulips. Just one. And this product ID thing, this is more like if you want to have a list and reference it back, or if you are storing all this information in an accountancy program. I've worked a lot with SagePay. So a lot of people just integrate Dynamic CRM with SagePay and have the product IDs from here. So I'm just gonna say T001. Let's just say maybe I've got 100 types of tulips. And now over here we can see unit groups, default unit, price list, all of that. So for this, I'm just gonna go back to my drawing board. Right. So we have our little flower here. Which one was it? Oh, this one. Cool. So we've got a flower, one flower. So we can call this our base unit. So we can just say this is our base unit. We're always gonna sell, you know, this is how our tiniest bit of information of product that we're selling, right? We can't just sell half flour. So one flour is our base unit, but we're never gonna sell just one flour. So then we're just gonna go this. And actually, oh, I'm just gonna put this here. So we're always going to sell a bunch of flowers. I will assume that I've got around 9-10 flowers here. So our 10 flowers will be, or 10 tulips, will be our unit group or unit. So this only says that, right, so I've got a base unit, but actually what I am, how I'm planning to sell my things, my flowers, are at a minimum of 10 tulips. That's the minimum amount that I'm ever gonna sell. So the base unit actually knows that it will be part of a unit group. So this is how it all works, kind of. So let's just go and set this all up. And I'm just gonna leave this here. And I'm gonna go back, settings, product catalog. That's fine. So I'm just gonna go on to unit groups. I'm just gonna go ahead and create a new one. Right, so I have here a name and what's my primary unit, right? So my name in my case will be tulips, right? Because we're selling, this is what we're selling, and the primary unit will be tulip. Okay, I don't even know if I'm spelling this correctly. Let me just see. Yeah, I'm spelling it correctly. I just checked Google. Right, because this is all recorded and that would have been fun. Right, so this is my unit group, tulips. And I can just say these are the flowers that I'm actually gonna sell. This is all saved. Right. So if I go back. Let me just see. So in here now, all of a sudden I can have unit groups. My unit group can be tulips. I'm hoping you'll find it. It found it, right? So it's just here. So this is my unit group. What's my default unit? So if I go, my default unit will be a tulip. So if I click on here, no, okay. So it knew straight away, you've seen that I've created a unit group that's tulips, and it knew straight away that my unit group is tulip, and it's got a quantity of 1. So I'm gonna go ahead and create a base base unit now, right? As I said, this is not the best, the easiest thing to do within Dynamics. Right, so I'm just going to go back. Settings, product catalog. Oops. I'm just going to deactivate this. Once you deactivate this, you can actually edit it some more. So one thing with Dynamics CRM, valuable for almost any records, you can mostly use them if they are inactive. If they are active. So once they're inactive, you won't be able to add them anywhere. Okay, just a second. Yeah. I'm just going to activate it again. I'm just actually looking for a menu here that I cannot add and that I can't find, and I'm hoping that my trial is correct. I can't find it now. Well, I wanted to show you how to actually add more to this. Let's just see one that's already created. It's exactly the same. Okay, so I'll just leave this for now and move on to price lists. So this is basically how we create a unit. And now that we've got a unit and we know we're selling 10 tulips, we want to add those onto a price list so then we can actually use our product. You cannot use your product without a price list, so you have to select your price list first so that CRM knows what's the product cost, otherwise the product has no meaning for it. So if I go here onto price lists, so you can do this multiple ways. I'll just go back to my drawing. Where is this one? So you can either create the price list first. You saw that I've started creating the product, and then I needed all these other items. So you can create a price list first and then actually add the items, or you can create the price list items first, or you can create the products first with everything. But the point is you need to bring them all together in order to be able to use them. So if I say tulips in the spring, as sales, I can just save this now. And I've got a category of prices. I can have categories, I can have calculations, I can have all sorts of things, and I can have price list items in here. Now within price list items, I'm actually bringing up the product and the unit. So if I click here, as I said, you can create a price list first. You've created a price list, you went onto the price list item, and once you've got here, you can see the price list is this, and the product I'm gonna be able to choose it in a bit. The product is tulip, if I actually saved it. No, so I didn't save it, but if I click look for more records, I can just click here, new. So this is all cascading, right? Today. Right. By the way, can you see how responsive this whole interface is? If I do this, it just moves my things. If I go back, it will just put them underneath. Pretty cool. To be fair, pretty cool. So I'm just gonna put I'm just gonna actually put I'm just gonna select beige tulip, and the product ID will be BT01. I'm not gonna worry with these. I'm gonna add the parent as the family group. I'm just gonna add the main flowers group. So for the unit group, I'm just gonna add my tulips, the one that I've actually done as the default unit. I'm just gonna put tulip. I don't have a default price list yet. I'm just gonna say decimal support. So in here, it tells you whether you can, have decimals within your products. In our case, I don't see how you can have half. So we'll just say 0 decimals, because you have to select something. And now save. Right, so you can see straight away that I actually have the suitable season property, and you can also, if you don't have a family product family, you can just add properties one by one. But the point of the whole family is that you've created once, and then you just bring it to all of your products. If I had selected here, I'm afraid I can't change it now because I've already saved it. But if I had here my second product family that I've created, which is the child of the main family, then it will bring up my color as well. So for now, we just have our option set here. Right. It says that it doesn't have a default price list, which is fine. And it doesn't have price list items, so it knows that this product does not belong to a price list item, but we're just gonna include it in a price list item now. Now, very important, we've got this product in draft. As I said, they all have a life cycle, so in order to be able to use this, we're gonna have to publish it. Publish. Oh, see, it didn't let me. It's very smart that way, because my family hierarchy is not published yet. So if I click on here, it's got a very cascading way of going places. If I click on here, I should have, it's got a status of draft, so I can publish it. Publish. Oh, so now this is published. If I close it down, beige tulip, here it is. I've got it here, add. Right, so now I've got a product here as my price list item. And now, very important, how much is it? So how much is this price list item on my price list? So let's just say that I will sell this for 20 pounds, 10 pounds, I don't know, let's just say 20 pounds. And it had the currency already. You've seen this because of this, so it knows what currency I'm in. You must provide a value for unit. So what's my unit? Let's just see. Tulip. I thought I provided this already. Cool. So now if I close this down, within my price list item, I've got one price list item for now, which is pretty cool. Currency and all of that. So I can save this now. And now this is the point in time when I can actually use this product on an opportunity. So this is the whole setup that we actually have to do in order to be able to use products. So you've got a product family if you want properties. You've got products for sure. You've got price list items, and then you've got the actual price list, and now you can use it in an opportunity. So if I go back to my opportunity here, I'm just gonna use this sales. Oh, by the way, you've got a product here. So if I click here, I can see all of the products, right? And I've got main flowers and everything. Right, so I'm just gonna quickly go and select this on my opportunity. Flowers for event in May. I'm just gonna click here. If I go down, I need to select a price list. So my what was the name of my price list? Tulips in the spring. Brilliant. And so I've just added this, and this is system calculated. So at this point, I should be able. So another interesting thing, you can have an existing product, or if you're selling something custom, you can actually have a write-in product. So if I click existing product, and oh, well, it didn't find my actual product. Did I add it? I thought I'd added it. Ta-da-da. Here it is. I've got my price list item. This is saved. This is active. Yeah, everything seems fine. Let's see. There we go. So I found it. So the problem was, I'm just gonna select. The problem was this view here. So this looked for only the ones in my price list item. I've got that in my price list item, but because I didn't save the record, it didn't know that I actually added a price list on here. So I'm just gonna add this. You can only add active products. So my product didn't activate. Publish. That was the problem. So now it activated. So now if I go back, there we go, we find it. We can find it straight away. So again, fortunately, CRM knows whether we publish something or not, so it won't let us have orphan items that are not published. The point of having this draft thing was this initial idea that you're going to retire price lists and you still want to keep them in draft. So this is why we've got draft price lists. Because once you've sold this item, and let's just say you don't want to sell tulips anymore, once you've done that, if you retire this product and set it in draft, it won't go away from your opportunity, so you'll have it as history. That's the point of it all. But once you've put this here, you immediately see that you've got an estimated revenue on your opportunity, so that's very valuable. And then if I go ahead and go do a write-in product, I can just add a rose. And I can just say that a rose would cost me £10, very expensive rose, and it will all, you know, add to my amount, and it will go in here, right? So this is how products and products catalog works. I would go on to adding a discount as well. So if you've got, this is the other thing that you can do. Discounts can be set individually for individual products, or you can have a discount for the whole opportunity. So this is how you'd go about it. Let's just say you're selling this to a friend and you want to give them a £10 discount. So once you do this and you save it, it will change your estimated revenue, but it still leaves you with a detailed amount. So your detailed amount is fine. You can see it here, but your overall amount is lower. So that's it. That's the most important thing with product catalogs. Now that's it for today. Stop.